DTYG the Mid. My name is Richie Stark, and with me is Jenna Thompson. Announcements. That's right. We have some announcements for you on March 18th of 2020. But, we miss you, and we cannot hang out with you because of this virus, and we are so sad. But we're still here. And we've got some announcements with you. We got all sorts of things kind of coming up. But before we do our announcements, I just want to keep in mind, I want you guys to keep in mind what we've been talking about all year long. The book of James and wisdom. And I don't think it's a coincidence that the Lord has us going through the book of James this school year. And that the last text that we left off with was James chapter 4:13 through chapter 5, verse 6. And we could be tone deaf in talking about this passage today. But a couple weeks ago, I don't think it was tone deaf at all. So if you think about what we were talking about 2 weeks ago with these two parallel passages having to do with money and making future plans, and how it's really good news that the Lord is in control and we are not, I'd just like to challenge you guys to go back and to see how parallel those two passages are. Remember we talked about how James addresses each group with the now then, or the come now? And remember how each passage had to do with money and what we should do and how we should feel about it? And how the Lord wills things, and He is the defender of the oppressed. So guys, let's not be arrogant making plans. Obviously, all of our plans got canceled, even your schools. And let's not live high on the hog with all this luxurious living. But, if we were to do that, that would not be wisdom. That would not be good at living. We talked about being good at living all year long. That would be foolish, and that would be bad at living. So I love to see how James lets us know that we should not be arrogant about our lives because our life is a mist. I just think that it's so cool that the Lord had us in this part of the book of James right before we get this extended break. So we're about to go through some announcements of what the DTYG youth team is thinking about doing. Hold them loosely, because we'll do these things if the Lord wills. All right, JT, what do we got?
All right, so guys, we're really trying to think of ways that we can stay connected while we are all in our own homes. And so some of these things, we would love for you guys to take initiative and for your leaders be connecting with your small group while we are apart. Like, we don't want to be disconnected from you. We want to be involved in your lives and know what's going on and know how you guys are doing in the midst of all these changes. So it's new for us and it's also new for you. So we're all walking this journey together. But one thing we want to keep doing is, so every week we're going to be sending out like an update newsletter to kind of keep you guys in the loop with things to do. We're going to keep teaching through the book of James. Patrick and Caleb and Richie will be making videos, short videos of the different teachings in James so that we can continue to work through that book and gain wisdom. And then we're trying to think of ideas. And so we're more than welcome for you guys to share with us. We'd love to have some events. So though we've had to cancel our events of going out and roller skating, we'd love to be able to meet online and do something. If you guys know of good group games to do online that we could all play and interact together in that way, that would be really fun.
Make some suggestions in the comments, right?
Yeah, please. Or send me an email, whatever. We're up for most things as long as they're not sketchy, and preferably that they would all be free for people to join in on. Richie, what do Caleb and Patrick have in mind for something to do?
Well, Patty wants to say some lesson on evangelism. So I believe that's coming up pretty soon, and Caleb is going to teach through um, some of the books of James. But for the activities, Patty and Caleb have in mind some sort of scavenger hunt, like a virtual scavenger hunt.
It won't be a virtual scavenger hunt. It'll be a real scavenger hunt.
A real scavenger hunt?
Just
oh my
not
goodness.
in the church, yeah.
Right. And will we be able to remain like 6 feet apart if we do the scavenger hunt?
Yeah, we're not all doing it at the same time.
Oh,
so they're working that out in all the details. So we'll see what happens with that.
This is going to be great.
Yeah, it's going to be really fun. Caleb feels bad that you guys don't have a chance to continue ravaging the basement for his stash of candy, so he wants to come up with an alternative for you guys. But
maybe there could be a great reveal.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, we're trying to keep this short, but once a week we'll be reaching out to you guys with different things of encouragement and different events and things that we can do to stay connected. But please let us know if you have any suggestions, and feel free to reach out to people yourself. Like, keep in contact with your friends, with your small group leaders. We are the body of Christ, and we want to continue to be that and act like that, even though it can only be virtual right now.
That's right. And if you or your family have any needs, feel free to contact us, and we'll do what we can to help out.
Yep.
And we will pray that you guys stay healthy and safe. And you have to know, Downtown Youth Group, that you are loved.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.